This is a project I've been working on for about the past week and a half. It involves the open source game Scorched3D. If you're not familiar with the game Scorched3D, you can search for it online and find plenty of information about it. It's a very popular game. Again, it's open source. And I find it's very simple and easy to play, which makes it work very well for LAN parties. And I have used it in a number of LAN parties, and it tends to be very popular. For this coming LAN party, I wanted to do something a little bit special. And I took a little bit of inspiration from another game called Artemis Bridge Simulator. If you're not familiar with Artemis Bridge Simulator, again, you can look it up online and find information about it. But one of the neat things about it is that it has built-in support for DMX-based lighting. So when the ship takes hits or when you fire, the lights can flicker and flash and all that type of stuff. Just some quick information about DMX. DMX is a protocol that's used typically for stage lighting. It's used for other applications, but stage productions, things like that, is where it's very prevalent. And not only is it used to control lighting, but it can be used to control other devices. So in Artemis, it has this built-in support for DMX where you can program against certain named events, and you can have the lights do whatever you want to, basically based off of a configuration file. So I want to do the same thing in Scorched3D. So what I've done, I've written a program that wraps the console-based application that is the Scorched3D server and redirects the outputs of the console application into my application. So we're going to start the server here, and we see I have a DMX light in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and it's turned on, and the typical base lighting is a white light, and you saw it's kind of changing colors here now and then, and that's based off of certain triggering off of certain strings that I see come across from the console application, and you can see those strings appear in the application. So let's go ahead and start a game. So I've got a great game created here with a number of bots. So hopefully I can get the bots to kill me or kill each other pretty quickly. So based off the output of the server application, there's not a lot of events I can trigger off of. Basically the primary ones are server started, game started, player killed, and then winner. Those are the primary four events that I have triggered. And I've used a similar tactic to Artemis, where I have an XML-based configuration file with named events, where you can program your lights to do whatever you want. For DMX, we have to keep it flexible because different DMX lights are configured differently. Some of them are 3-channel, some of them are 4-channel. It just depends on the light. So we have to keep the configuration of the lights very, very flexible. So still waiting for someone to get killed here. So hopefully that will occur. There we go. So someone just got hit, and you saw our player get killed, and we saw the lights flicker in response to that event. So again, limited number of events I can trigger off of. For the LAN party, I might modify the server a bit to add other events. It'd be cool to be able to trigger things off of things like damage, shield hit, even firing. But this will do good enough for the LAN party that I'm running. It'll provide enough entertainment. So I'm excited to see how well this works, how it's received. It just adds a whole new dimension to the game that I think that'll provide a little bit more sense of interactivity with the game. So again, this is a project I've been working on. So far it's been going really well. At some point here, I want to try to get it published out, maybe SourceForge or something, so other folks can play around with it. Just a little bit of information. The light you see in front of you is a pretty inexpensive light. They run about anywhere, depending on how you catch them on eBay, anywhere between 20 to 30 bucks. Not really high quality, but for what I'm using it for, it suits the purpose. The controller, which I'm holding in front of the screen, this is a cheap controller. Again, not for professional use, but for good enough for what I need it for LAN parties. There's a set of instructions out there to make a $20 DMX controller. There's more professional grades out there. N-Tech makes something called an Open DMX box. It runs about $70. But both this device I just showed you and the N-Tech device, which I do also have, both use an FTDI chip. And they provide, FTDI has a DLL that they provide that you can interface with to control the lights, and that's what I'm using inside of my application to actually, again, make the lights do what they need to do based off of the configuration, the XML. So that's it for now. I just want to give you a brief introduction to what I've done here. I'm hoping people find this exciting. I'm pretty excited about this for my coming LAN party, and maybe we'll see where this goes. If you have any ideas or ideas or suggestions, please leave comments, and I'll keep everyone updated how this project goes.